Là, ce qu'on vient de voir, ça s'appelle du cutting. C'est vraiment une méthode de travail d'ici.
You definitely have to want to do it. This is not something you just pick up and say, man, I'll give it a try. Nah. You have to want it.
Salut les gars, aujourd'hui on est à Quitman dans l'Est Texas, dans ce qui était l'ancienne Louisiane française. On est avec Jared. Hi Jared. Thank you to receive me. I'm very happy to be here. What is this range?
This is Whitestone.
Okay. Is your range?
So it's one we run for a guy out of Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we build these operations for people and do it and investors and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're raising cows here and pigs, right?
Correct.
And so you're working with different butchery.
Yes, we have a meat market in Weatherford, Texas.
Yes, that's where I met you.
Yes, that we take part of these animals and put them in there to further bring the value back to the animals.
And so what breed of cows are you raising here?
We got full-blood Angus, we got commercial Angus, we've got Wagyu, Akaushi.
So if I understand correctly, you keep a part of this meat working on your meat market, right? And right. The one is going to the other butchery.
Yeah, and we sell, like these calves we're fixing to work or wean off here, we'll sell them directly to other buyers that will take them into other markets.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so we raise them for other markets as well.
And so what are you going to do today?
We're going to wean these calves off these mother cows, and we're going to vaccinate them and get them ready to go back out in the pasture. They're bred back, so they're going to have calves this fall. So we're pulling their calves off from last year now.
I look forward to see everything you do right in, and I help you a little bit.
Yep. Well, let's get started.
Yeah. Là, ce qu'on vient de voir, ça s'appelle du cutting. C'est vraiment une méthode de travail d'ici. C'est-à-dire ce qu'il fait avec le cheval. Ce qu'il voulait faire, c'était séparer les veaux des mères. Et donc en fait, avec le cheval, il laisse passer seulement certaines bêtes du troupeau et les autres, il les garde du côté. Vous voyez, d'un côté, il gardait les veaux et de l'autre côté, il laissait passer les mères. Et en fait, le cheval, il le dirige pour faire ça. C'est ce que nous, on fait avec généralement des chiens de berger. Et eux, ils le font à cheval. C'est intéressant, c'est un gros travail. Là, on commence par de la vaccination et puis un contrôle sanitaire. Donc, ils envoient les bêtes dans le couloir et puis là-bas, on va pouvoir vérifier les dents, etc., faire le vaccin de troupeau. Donc, Michael qui nous disait qu'il est de Louisiane et il est descendant français.
And your grandparents spoke French, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Both sides of my family grandparents spoke French, and they spoke French to us, but I don't really remember.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool, man. Did you ever come in France?
No, I've never been overseas.
Yes, I come one time. I saying show you the front of
France. Right.
C'est cool ici, forcément, comme on est dans l'Est Texas, et comme je vous l'ai dit, l'ancienne partie de la Louisiane française, parce que la Louisiane française, c'est 14 États. Aujourd'hui, c'est pas juste la Louisiane qu'on connaît aujourd'hui, c'était 14 États, et ça prenait la partie est du Texas. Donc, il y a beaucoup de gens comme ça, de descendants français aujourd'hui. Et c'est cool, c'est grands-parents des deux côtés pareil français, donc c'est cool. Oui, les ânes là-bas, ils en mettent dans toutes les pâtures ici parce que ça éloigne les coyotes. Si c'est un prédateur courant pour les veaux, les coyotes, il y en a beaucoup. Et les ânes, ça déteste les coyotes. Les coyotes, ils restent toujours plus loin des équidés de manière générale, des ânes encore plus. Donc là, on est au mangeoire, on va dire, du ranch. Là où ils font la supplémentation, donc en plus de l'herbe, comme beaucoup d'éleveurs qui font pousser ici, les céréales qu'ils utilisent. Et il faut savoir qu'ils ont tout construit eux-mêmes, donc Mickaël va nous montrer un peu les installations et puis nous parler un peu de sa vie au ranch ici, quoi.
So Jared told me that you built everything here. For the most part, I definitely had a hand in it. I'm not much of a welder, but I oversaw a lot of.
Yeah, he told me you did like a little bit of welding. So you and Jared?
Yes, sir. Yep, we've had some other people come and help us here and there. Had some day labor we hired, but for the most part, me and Jared are responsible for everything you see out here.
So you always work in a ranch?
Yes, sir. We started out here. We've had this place for going on 2 years. It'll be 2 years in August. We've been here. Before that, none of this was here. This was just green grass.
But you, like before that, you used to work in another ranch?
Yep. So I've worked for Jared for almost 7 years.
You know, you and I, we know that it's a way of life, you know? It's not like it's not an average job.
Definitely.
So what, are you raising in that way? Was you raising in that way?
Yeah, I grew up, not to this extent of cattle, but we always had cows and horses and dogs.
Yeah.
Go on, crazy dogs. Go on, go play. Yeah, I grew up with it. I was in 4-H and FFA in high school and stuff, and you definitely have to want to do it. Mm-hmm. This is not something you just pick up and say, man, I'll give it a try.
No.
You have to want it, for sure.
And I saw that you do it like in the traditional way. You're on your horse, you do cutting, you do roughing.
The way I explain it to people, you don't need a horse to do this, but if you've got a good one, it's a lot easier. A lot easier.
Man, you know, like in France, for tagging the cows, there's a lot of places where we just grab the cow, you know?
Yep.
So sometimes that's fucking rodeo.
Oh, yeah.
And when your friend will call you, like me, you tough, your friend called you, man, today I have some cows to tag, can you help me? You know, it's going to be crazy. You're going to jump from a four-wheeler to catch someone. So when I see you, like, just roping them, I'm like, shit. That looks so much easier.
Sometimes it's a rodeo, you have to wrestle them down too.
Yeah.
It just depends, but yeah.
Here, you do the same thing since like 200 years. Because like, just like the tractors is a little bit newer and something, but like, just not considering that everything's the same. Like you're riding the same horse in the same way. So yeah, that's cool that every people like just like it's like transmission.
Yes, sir. That's right.
You proud of that?
I am. I am very proud of it. I put a lot of time into. By no means am I the best. There's people way better at me at doctoring cattle, riding horses, but I put in a lot of time to be able to do it. Do it the right way.
That's cool.
Yes, sir.
That's cool, man. So here, it's like only the pure Wagyu, or?
Yeah, this pasture that we keep our full-blood Wagyu in, we rotate them around. We rotate different groups at different times to fit different pasture due to numbers, due to the quality of the grasses.
What do you think it made down? Because I already taste your meat, so I know what taste it is. I know it's very good.
Right.
What for you is like secrets? What made your meat so good? It's like the grace or the way you raise it or what, the breed?
It's a combination of all the things to make the perfect beef. The combination of the Wagyu with the way we feed them and the way we breed them to be better, the quality of the meat to be better, to have them grow better, to finish better, to impart a different flavor into them and all that. But we work a lot on the genetic sides to make sure that we do the optimal quality in the beef and everything. And so,
do you think does that help you to be like the raiser, like the rancher, and like the seller? Because you know the final product. Because there is a lot of, I'm sure that there is a lot of rancher that never ever tasted their own meat. You know, they don't know what taste the beef they're selling are. So
it's that way in the United States in general. Most ranchers, cattlemen, they're not a farm to table per se. You've got your guys who are feed yard guys, your backgrounding guys, your cow calf guys. They're not taking it from one end to the other. They don't keep track of that as much and know what that end product is, you know, unless you're taking your cattle from birth to the feed yard, to the packing house, and then you're also marketing the beef. Then yes, you know everything from start to finish. Not a lot of people do that.
Majority of European people or French people, when they're not when I have the knowledge about the American way to raise beef, everything. When you say American meat, it just sounds like a lot of chemical, like, you know, a lot of like hormones or bad product like that. And we see like the pictures of, you know, like the 1,000 cows like just raising on like a barely cage, you know.
Right.
So that's like really not what you do here, and that's not what it's usual in Texas. So what do you think about that?
You know, in the United States, always, you know, in the cattle industry, we've always been bigger, you know, most other countries and what we do and everything else. But again, everybody is in their own lane and do things, and hormones have been an issue, and, you know, antibiotics have been an issue. But like any antibiotic or anything that we give has a withdrawal period, and that's the same thing in a feed yard or whatever. Those cattle have to come off of that withdrawal period before they go into the meat, into your consumable product, you know. So in general, you know, our food over here is probably one of the safest in the world due to the guidelines and how we protect it and everything else with laws and different things like that. I'm not saying that there are outliers that get through the system, but here in general, you know, we know what we can and can't do, and they found, like with hormones and stuff like that, different things in growth hormones, quality of the meat sometimes it's detrimental to the quality of the beef, you know.
So you got the pigs there too.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
They're back over here.
Okay.
They're,
so maybe you can.
Yeah, we'll go look at them in a bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep. This is a Mangalisa pig. It's a Hungarian pig. It's a
wall pig.
It's actually their hair grows curly like that, and thicker and curlier, and it's actually a lard hog that was almost extinct in Hungary, and then we just started raising them because the fat composition of these pigs is a little different than domestic hogs. They call these the Kobe of pork.
Oh yeah.
So their fat composition is similar to Wagyu, and so.
But does it make bacon and ribs and something?
Well, we find it's too much lard, so we're starting to crossbreed them with Durocs to moderate the fat content and expand the loin eye in them. So that's what our project is right now, being that they are just, like I said, they were originally a lard hog, and so their meat to fat ratio is disproportionate. And so that's kind of what we're working on now, is kind of crossing like the Angus with the Wagyu versus the Wagyu or the Mangalisa with the Duroc.
So that's cool. Like, Jared, I really appreciate
yes, sir.
Like what you do for me. Yes, sir. That's what's nice to meeting you guys, and We really
Thanks for coming out.
Really interesting to see how you work here, how big is the range and everything. That was very cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will really enjoy to see everything here.
Hopefully so.
Et pour tous les autres, je vous dis à dans 2 semaines.